Hello and welcome to Monday's programme.
Coming up tonight between now and 6:30.
Good evening. With wind speeds of more than 70 miles an hour, Storm Callum created testing travelling conditions for many across the region this weekend, but none more so than the pilots facing the tough task of landing at Bristol Airport.
Several planes were diverted and forced to land at Manchester, but many more made the heart-stopping approach to the runway. Karen Bell reports.
Now, the company behind Bloodhound, the jet-powered car designed to beat the land speed record, has gone into administration. The
car was designed and built in Bristol and was targeting speeds of 1,000 miles per hour in South Africa. The team is now seeking around £25 million from investors to complete the mission. Robert Murphy has this report. A body has been found in Thornbury Woods in South Gloucestershire. It is believed to be that of missing man Rutger Nordberg. The
murder investigation continues into two assaults in Bristol, which left one man dead and the other in critical condition in hospital. A woman from Amesbury who survived falling 4,000 feet after her husband sabotaged her parachute has gone skydiving again for the first time since the incident. Now, the closure of one of the major routes to traffic through the centre of Cheltenham is being criticised by some business owners who say it's harming their trade and driving away visitors.
Well, the so-called Boots Corner scheme only allows buses and taxis to pass through. It is designed to make the centre of the town more pedestrian-friendly. The council admits, though, it has had some teething problems, but these are being addressed. Well, Ken Goodwin is at Boots.
Now, a giant poppy has been made in Somerset featuring the names of the 1.1 million servicemen and women who died in the First World War.
The Poppy of Honour is on display in Wincanton at the moment and will tour the county before being put on show in London and Belgium next year. Ben McGrail has the story.
And you're watching ITV News here in the West Country with John T and Kylie. Thanks for joining us this evening. There's still plenty more to come on tonight's programme before 6:30, including...
And after us, the ITV News continues with the national and international stories at 6:30. Charlene White's got the details.
But before that, more than 400 women from all walks of life have been celebrated for their achievements at a ceremony in London.
Yes, the Woman of the Year lunch brings inspirational and extraordinary women from diverse backgrounds together. Among them was Anya Naronya, a nurse and charity worker from the West Country. Ashna Haranag has been to meet her. OK, well, we're going to try some sport now, and this could be fun because we're not sure if Carrie's mic is working. But, Carrie, you have joined us. We're going to talk about Freddie Burns, if we can. He's in the background there. He had a bit of a shocker at the weekend, didn't we?
Yes, Johnsy, he did indeed. It was a mistake that you'll replay over and over in your mind, wishing you could go back and change it. But unfortunately for Freddie Burns, it can't be undone. If you haven't seen it already, here it is. The visit, the winning try, but as it was, the score remained 22-20 to Toulouse until the final whistle. Burns was visibly devastated and later apologised on Twitter. He said, "Been a great deal of scrutiny and sympathy for the 28-year-old. A few supporters sent me their thoughts, including a familiar face, our former weather presenter Bob Crampton, who of course is a big Bath fan."
Well, Freddie Burns, the only person watching who's disappointed that your microphone is working this evening. bad luck for him, really. I can't watch that again.
You were
and again
shaking your head watching that.
Yeah,
I'm
terrible.
sure he hates seeing it again as well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that.
Let's move away from that. Gloucester Rugby this weekend about another character, Danny Cipriani.
Yes, bad news for him though. He scored 14 of their 19 points as they beat Castres. With England coach Eddie Jones in the stands and the Autumn International squad announcement coming up on Thursday, it might be good timing too. The fly half was left. And in the Challenge Cup, Bristol Bears saw off Italian side Zebra with apparent ease at Ashton Gate.
Good stuff. Let's talk about football now, although defeat all round for our sides.
Yes, Jonty, not a great weekend. No game, of course, for Bristol City, but the misery continues for Bristol Rovers. They lost to There won't be many happy football fans elsewhere either. In League Two, Forest Green Rovers lost their unbeaten run in dramatic circumstances. You can add your voice to our sports coverage every Monday by sending us a video about your team. The email address is westcountryfans@itv.com.
OK, Carrie, thanks very much indeed. Now, next on the programme, a group of children from the West Country who all have serious illnesses and disabilities have just arrived on what can only be described as the holiday of a lifetime.
Yep, they've travelled to Orlando in Florida with nearly 200 other children from all across the UK. The annual trip is run by the Dream Flight charity and they were given quite a send-off, as Lauren Hall now reports. We'll let you know how they get on.
Yeah, it
Such
looks
a great
absolutely
trip.
amazing. It is weather time now. It wasn't a very nice weekend all round, really. And Charlie, that proved a bit of a tricky one to forecast for you, you were saying.
That's right. It's down to something called a waving weather front, which is a bit like when someone brakes on the motorway and it just stops all the traffic from flowing normally. I'll explain a bit more.
Okay, Charlie, thank you very much. Now, just before we go, here's a reminder of the main headlines in the West Country this evening. Storm Callum.
That brings us to the close of this evening's programme. I will be back, though, at 10:30 to bring you the late news.
Now I hand you to Charlene White as the ITV News continues. From all of us here, enjoy your evening. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.